there have been many content creators which disliked the previous CEO of YouTube, Susan Wojcicki, which recently pulled a Jack Dorsey. So out of the blue, she comes out, says that she's stepping down for my health, my family, my hobbies. Very unexpected, very PR type of resignation. And the reason people don't like her is for the following list. I do agree with this, and I think that is number one, the dislike counter gone from YouTube. And while the other decisions have been done for advertisers, for the pressures that activists had on the platform, the dislike counter came out of the blue and it was bewildering. But not only that, they said it's to help content creators, despite the fact that overwhelmingly content creators didn't like this change. It was said that it's to protect our mental health. So if you're a small content creator, you get to see like all of these dislikes and it affects your sanity, your mental health, which is complete hogwash due to the fact that small content creators really get a lot of dislikes. Most people, that's why they're small, because most people don't even know they exist. So even if they say something very controversial, rarely will they get a lot of dislikes. But not only that, you can see your dislikes. So the individual content creator can still have his mental health affected by seeing how much dislikes he has on a video. This was probably done in order to protect brands and politicians, because you had many times certain Democrats having a famous speech or something like that, and you would have massive dislikes, or Walt Disney would put out a movie and it would have massive dislikes. It wasn't to protect our mental health, it was to protect the politicians and the corporations' mental health. So this is one of the worst changes, I would say. And, hopefully the new CEO can revert it, like you would actually get a lot of goodwill from the community, which also has its subtitles removed. Mass censorship. Right. While I disagree with the way YouTube has gone and how many things have censored, I would say that compared to Twitch, compared to Facebook, compared to how Twitter used to be, I would prefer if there's no censorship, but like compared to all the other platforms, YouTube actually was the least censorious. Feel free to change my mind, but overwhelmingly, there were many things you could say on YouTube that even today you can't say on Twitch or on Facebook. So, yeah, mass censorship, preferably, I would like if it doesn't exist. Unfortunately, you can't say that YouTube is worse than the other platforms. Corporations get a pass for everything creators can't do. This is absolutely true. The Young Turks have gotten many passes for stuff that would have gotten me banned off the platform. This is just one example. There is a two-tier system on YouTube, just like there was on Twitter. You don't have the blue check mark and the non-blue check mark, but you do have like the corporate brand and the independent content creator. Mandatory ads even when creators didn't want to. This was a very unpopular decision, so videos that have been old for 5-6 years with millions of views have gotten ads. Autoplay by default, this is a minor inconvenience, but I can see why people don't like it. So, I don't think it's fair to call her the Kathleen Kennedy of big tech, but definitely she was unpopular to some creators. Now, the reason that I am concerned about her departure is that there is no guarantee that the new CEO is going to be better than her. So if you're concerned about free speech, if you want the rules to be applied equally on the platform, if you want clear-cut rules for content creators, there's no guarantee that you're going to get that. In fact, there is a high guarantee that it's going to be worse than it already is. So let's look at the new CEO, Mr. Neal Mohan, which has been working at YouTube for a while as well, and apparently the relationship with Susan Wojcicki was a positive one. But if you look at what he did in the past, it's pretty much similar to what Susan Wojcicki has done. So, for example, he made one of his most infamous statements in 2020 when he said that creators espousing opinions in their basement can't provide context on the news. So, in other words, the platform is going to support CNN, MSNBC, Fox News in the detriment of citizen journalists, independent content creators, right? And the platform is called YouTube. If you want to see CNN, MSNBC, or Fox News, you can have cable. But it does show that many people have turned their backs on cable, and they have come to social media in order to get that information. It's to the point where even CNN and MSNBC and Fox News, they take that information from Twitter. They take that information from YouTube. Like, we notice a trend with mainstream publications just firing reporters because they don't need them anymore. They just get their reporting from the social media. But what is happening is that there was an attack from social media on YouTube because they noticed their ratings were dying. Remember, like 2016, 2017, the ratings were plummeting from legacy media. So they started attacking YouTube, and YouTube in return, instead of defending its content creators, they decided to play ball. So the algorithm has been manipulated to the point where if you're looking for a news source, you're going to be fed CNN, you're going to be fed MSNBC. Unless you subscribe to a content creator that you like, and you can get your news from them, you're not going to obtain that from using YouTube search engine, right? And this gentleman, Mr. Mohan, has supported this type of policy. And it's also very insulting to the creators. I like to say they're doing it in their basement. As if in order to have free speech, in order to have some concern about the state of the affairs or the news, you need to be part of a billion-dollar corporation. In 2019, he revealed that YouTube was working on its controversial creator-on-creator harassment rules. And this hit with harsh punishment for going too far with insults, mockery, and jokes. This is one of the worst changes that I have seen on the platform. The reason many people were attracted to the platform to begin with was exactly that, the creator-on-creator quote-unquote harassment. Like, I remember when I started, it was the atheists versus the Christians, like Venom Fag X versus Thunderfoot. And you had all these replies videos going back and forth. You had someone making a statement and the other person making a reply video. It was so popular that YouTube even had the reply button for a video. The issue with that is that now no one does reply videos anymore, or if they do it very seldom, because you don't know what is too far. You know, there's no measurement like what insults you're allowed to use. There was like this girl, I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about, where some people made fun of her forehead. And that was enough to get that entire channel banned. So people are now just avoiding to have fun, to have like these creative responses, which was very beneficial for the audience, which was interested in seeing that type of interaction. Because like you don't know if you break the rules or not. They announced YouTube's decision to retroactively delete several videos from comedian Steven Crowder because they violated this new harassment policy despite the videos being compliant with YouTube rules when they were uploaded. Like, this is something that many people complain about the platform. A lot of content creators want to follow the terms of service, but if you make rules after the fact, it's impossible to follow them, right? So like, if you make a new rule now, and you're going to take down a video that I uploaded 6 years ago when that rule didn't exist, that's not fair. And it's also unreasonable to expect that a content creator is going to be able to go through all of his videos, especially if they have, like Steven Crowder, they have thousands, if not tens of thousands of videos with tens of thousands of hours, and to go through every single video to look for every single thing that may or may not violate the new terms of service. Like, you know, like, you can take down a previous video, but don't issue a strike. So, the same CEO, Mr. Mohan, apparently announced several censorship initiatives, including an intelligence desk that targets emerging conspiracy theories, ban on videos that might encourage people to ignore stay-at-home advice. He also confirmed that YouTube's strict coronavirus misinformation policy would apply to the comment section. He discussed YouTube's effort to censor new misinformation preemptively, highlights YouTube's unprecedented action with deleting over 70,000 Ukraine war videos, describes censorship of Russia disinformation as a constant ongoing endeavor. Right, so you're not going to get anything better than Susan Wojcicki. Like, that's what I'm getting. It's meet the new boss, same as old boss, but you might actually get more censorship. Right? I haven't seen any initiative from this gentleman that would make the community happy. One of that would be to re-add the dislike button, for instance. Or to assure us that the rules would be applied equally between corporations and independent content creators. You know, like anything like that. We'll see. I am not very optimistic I think things will remain the same, if not actually get worse. But let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.